This is the Sports Brawl, your weekly dose of sports news, information, entertainment, and lifestyle with a feminine twist. I am your host, Angela Davis. Now we are getting you ready for the big game, the Super Bowl. That's right. Sports hot topics are hot this week. First up, word from our sponsor.
Work at it now, hard work. Come on, push it. That's it.
For me, it's just always trying to stay above the curve and stay one step ahead of my competitors. When should I go?
As soon as they switch, that's when you got to catch and go. That's the time to take your opportunity.
Did you watch the Pro Bowl? We did. It was exciting and amazing, and for the first time in a few years, actually worth watching. So shout out to Team Rice for beating Team Sanders. I know Deion took that a little hard. He does not like to lose. But the game was amazing and fun. And again, congrats to both men, Jerry Rice and Deion Sanders, for making the Pro Bowl worth watching. The Pro Bowl draft and all of that excitement really got fans who had not watched Pro Bowl in a number of years actually tuning in for the game, and it was good. We're looking forward to next year. And speaking of good games, it was a great game in Boston between the Boston Celtics and the Brooklyn Nets, particularly for Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce. Fans welcomed them back to the city with open arms and applause, and they even gave them special tribute. So what an amazing time for Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, who are now playing for the Brooklyn Nets. Now, the Nets went on to beat the Celtics, but it seems that Boston will always be near and dear to their hearts. And speaking of heartless, there is a scammer running around in the NFL. And his latest victim is Warren Moon. The former NFL player was scammed out of $200,000 on a deal to invest in the Miami Heat with a 5% guaranteed return on his investment. Warren Moon looked it over, talked it over with his advisors. They thought it was a good idea. And as a show and measure of good faith, he advanced this man, who is George French Jones. That's not his real name. George French Jones, really? Advanced this Frenchy dude $200,000, and he disappeared. He's never been seen or heard from again. Now, Warren Moon has reported this to police and to FBI authorities, and apparently this man has also been approaching other NFL players for money. George Frenchie Jones. Speaking of broke, Vince Young is also out of money. He filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. I mean, how sad. He's had a long list of financial woes in the past few years, with his also suing his financial management company for taking out what he says was a $2 million loan during the NFL lockout. Money, that $2 million, which he said he never seen. Now, those lawsuits are supposedly being settled, but in the midst of that, and also being cut this past year by the Green Bay Packers, Vince Young has just not been able to recover financially. Now, he is still hoping to get back into the NFL, and he's hoping that he'll be able to make a great return. And we are hoping for good things to come out of the Winter Olympic Games. That's right, the Winter Olympic Games being held in Sochi are set and ready to go. Now, there's been sort of a dark cloud of fear over Sochi because of threats of suicide bombers, but the international authorities are all over it. They're taking care of it, and we are praying that all athletes, and particularly our American athletes, do well and that they return to us safely. Go Team USA. It's that time of the year where we return to our television sets for the most watched event in television, the Super Bowl. That's right, we are so excited. Denver Broncos taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Are you ready for the big game? I am so ready for the big game. We are all looking forward to what the Super Bowl is going to bring. That starts with the pregame excitement, which will bring us this year Queen Latifah singing America the Beautiful. And this year's halftime performer is Bruno Mars. How about that? Now, where will you be watching the game? Are you going to a party? Are you going to a venue? Are you hosting a Super Bowl party? Well, make sure you know the Super Bowl party etiquette, right? There are rules to this stuff, people. Like, don't double dip, right? Get your food and go. Don't stand in a line and trying to recap the last 10 years of your life. Get your food, get out of the line. Don't talk over other people's food. And this Super Bowl is not the time to try and learn Football, too late. Need you to get that at jerseygirlsports.com before Sunday. Get your minds right. Get ready for the big game. And guess what? If you're hosting a party, you can do that in a healthy way. That's right. You can serve baked wings, or make sure you have fresh veggies on your serving table. Make sure that you give people some healthy options, right? So you can have fun, enjoy the best foods for the Super Bowl, and do it in a healthy way. Make sure you check that out. We've got some great recipes for you on our Jersey Girl Sports body page. And while you're there, check out the Hottie and our Jersey Girlfriend page, and make sure you get the latest and greatest in sports hot topics at jerseygirlsports.com. Make sure you also check us out on Facebook and Twitter, because this is the Sports Bra. Women, sports, lifestyle.